Here, been gone for a little while. Been working on something, and I'm going to show you what it is. If you look behind you, you can probably guess if you haven't seen the thumbnail and title, which you have, which is why you clicked on it, so there's no point being mysterious. We'll begin, and I will tell you more. See you in a second. A ton of people have built Undertale in Minecraft, but I didn't think anyone's ever built the underground in Minecraft. So for my project, I am building Undertale, but for Project Underground, that will include all of the alternate timelines and comics, fan games, or whatever about Undertale. If they add new areas, then I'll add them. If I've forgotten them, then let me know about them and I'll add them. In the bottom corner, I will have a reference picture for the area that it's based on. And in the top, I'll have the name of the fan game AU/whatever it's based on. So let's get started at the beginning, shall we? So our journey begins here, at the top of the mountain. Maybe I'll add some scenery later, I'm not so sure. So, let's begin looking. So this first area, it's loosely based off the SP Dusttale Posthumous Swan, from where Sans pushes you down the mountain, but it's very, very loose, and it's more just a generic mountain, but I like how it turned out. So, we go down. Whee! Falling, falling, falling. And then we land on the flower bed. I got a bandage and a stick. So we go down the corridor. We get the first archway. I know I did this before, but I like the new banner pattern that I came up with more than the original. And also, just all the extra details I've added. We have an epic flowy. Epic flowy. Courtesy of XVH. And we have another arch with the same pattern, not much more to say. And we walk into the ruins. This is where it started getting a bit more fun. Oh. Ignore that. You didn't see that. Anyway. We go through. I tried to make more detail than I did last time. And also added interactivity. So now, can save. Which is fun. And then we can walk through the door. And we have the first puzzle. Make sure it's reset. And now, can press all the buttons. And the door opens. But if you press another one, it closes again. This puzzle was also made by XVH, so, you know, he helped a lot with the world and, like, redstone and stuff. I've definitely gotten better throughout, but without them I wouldn't have gotten anywhere with this, so go subscribe to them. We have signs. So yeah, to interact with stuff, press signs. There's buttons in front of everything, you can press them. And we got levers. Keeping on going. And the door opens. And we have our little dummy. Hello, dummy. Going into the next. I haven't made enemy encounters yet, so there's no frogget here. But oh well, I'll work on it maybe later in an update. And then we have our spike puzzle. The spikes don't go down, but they're here, which I think's better. I think works. So as we keep going, we have a long corridor. Here, look, there's a door. I wonder what's down there. We can save. have our monster candies. And a key. Could open the door now. Yay. Where does this lead? Whoa, is that the Frogget village from Undertale Collapsed? Sure is. We have our frogs, all sorts of interactivity. I've edited some of the dialogue since this is from a genocide timeline. And I want this to be more of a just average underground than a pacifist or a genocide. So yeah, we have our Froggets at the houses. I also added too many houses, so Chris gets a house. And we also have the best Frogget in the village, Tigorf. We love Tigorf. All sorts of good stuff. William. Everyone here. Frogget by the wall. Dummy's here too. You can keep looking round. I'm really proud of the statue. I really like how it turned out. If you compare it with the one in game, I couldn't get it perfect, but I think I did well for what I had. We have our benches and waterways, which may be expanded into their own area that I make originally later, but for now, you know, it works for what it is. All sorts of carrots, little shop. We have a puzzle. Drainage puzzle. To solve it, it took me a long time to find any video that pressed this button, so I'm glad I finally did. But yeah, we just press these three and it's solved. We got a ticket so we can go and see the king. Through the arch. There is no king here because there isn't in the game. I assume Sam's killed them, so I may add him in later, but for now we don't have a king. 4 Froggets. But we do have their little castle and some water towers. Okay, let's go back to the main map. Feel free to pause and look around. I had some panoramic shots earlier as well, so that's all cool. And in the corner, of course, there will be the diagram or like picture of the actual map it's based on. There we go. I'll go put this back. They got rid of the name. It's a scam. Oh well, I'll fix it later. Now we continue with the ruins. We have a pit. Ow. I think this works better than powdered snow I had before because that was a bit obvious. But then XVH showed me ghost blocks. And I thought, those work. So now we can fall through the floor. Here we are. They also made rocks. We love rocks. So now I can push them. And we can go through. And in case the rocks aren't working like that, in case the rocks aren't playing along, we have a lever to go back. Stay on there, rock. There we go. Moving on. We have the other pit puzzle. Walking round. And fall down into the downstairs area. And here we are. We go through the puzzle. Then we have more rabbit puzzles. Push them along. Push them along. Push. push, push. Fuck, push, push. Run, 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 run. Fuck! I swear these rocks usually play along better. Oh well. There we are. We're fine. We have the cheese for the mouse. And we can also go and say hi to the mouse. Hi, mouse. We love the mouse. Also made by XPH. They look like they did more of this than I did. Feels like at this point, but they just did all the extra stuff. I think, like all the puzzles and secret areas like this that we made up. So moving on. No Napster sadly. Like I said, I've not got encounters currently. We do have a rock candy because we're adding everything in. Yay. More puzzles. Spider bake sale down to the right, we've been there. There's no froggets along here sadly. I may add them later, but like I said, more generic underground than pacifist or genocide or whatever. Little frogget. Hand-sized frog. You have... There's just one switch. Go down this hole. Vegetoid. Go down this hole. Faded ribbon. Can't pick it up, but maybe I'll make them pick up a ball in future. Down here. Switch is already pulled from another... Fuck. Ignore that. Pretend it's not pulled. Now it's pulled. Yeah. And down here. Would be Napster. But once again, no, not many NPCs yet. Another Vegetoid. But then down the fifth hole, the sixth hole, I can't count. There's usually nothing. But we drop down here. Have a secret area. This is also from Collapsed. I didn't know about it until I just started doing research. It's like a super secret room. Very rare to find. And it's very scary. I also experimented with custom maps. Don't know how it turned out. You can be the judge of that. But yeah, custom map. We also have an axe on the floor. Lovely. And that's about it for this room. But it's just got a creepy atmosphere. So that's fun. Anyway, going back to the main map. We can move on. We have the rotation puzzle room. This was really difficult to get to work because obviously it circles round completely and then that would overlap with the map. But I think the solution that we came to was... I think it worked. And press the blue switch, but I pressed the green switch. It's a very dark room, but it's the fail room. So we just walk forwards and we're back. Okay, we've got to press the blue switch. I'll pull this back. Press the blue switch. There we go, and now we can go through. Did you notice? It's a little bit obvious, but whatever. We teleport. Follow me. Effect. Give me absorption. There we go. So, next one, red switch. If you're colourblind, this is probably the worst puzzle, but oh well, I'm not, so it's fine. Green switch. There we go, and we're through. Shit, I didn't give it me infinite. Fuck. This is very unprofessional. There we go. Look, we have... Whoa. Long corridor. It's almost like this is like the anniversary. I don't know why I made that sound like a pun, it's not. This is based off the anniversary area from the stream. It was quite fun because a lot of it had to be more, you know, because they didn't show much, a lot of it had to be more imaginative. Let me know what you think I should do outside of these tunnels. I was thinking maybe I had a forest or something, but for now I thought I'd leave it up to people to decide. So, you know, comment ideas would be fun. Toy knife in here, bookshelf, fireplace, bags of flour, Toriel statue. So fun. I also tasked XVH with designing an interior for these buildings, because since the tunnel led into here, I thought it only made sense that it actually did come through here. Designed a little table, loads of cobwebs, not very well kept. Fireplace, prisonish room. Same on this side, same story this side, and the same story in the other building. More of the same. I like what they did with the building. It does look as I would have thought a ruins room would. So yeah, let's continue on with the map. And then if we go up here, we have Toriel's house. And we also have the moss from Deltatraveler. So fun. And we can save. There we go. And into the house. Go across the hallway. We have our room. Paper, photo frame. I couldn't find anything that really worked for a photo frame, so I thought this was the best I could do. Maybe I'll find a better block later, but you know. Yay. Now we have sock drawer, butterscotch pie, bed, toy chest, and we have Toriel's room. I did write jokes in this joke book, but we can't pick it up because of stupid commands I made. Oh well. They're in there. I'll show them off in a future update maybe. The chairial, and bed. We have a little book. I forgot to show off. Yeah, water sausages. The renovation room, but we can go in. This is the Deltatraveler room. When they stay at Toriel's house in the first sector. I was toying with adding the road from Chris's dream, but in the end I didn't, because that's not part of the underground, that's just in Chris's mind. Yeah, loads of stuff to interact with. There you go. Moving on. I'm not good enough at commands to like put an actual reflection here, so just pretend there is one. But yeah, we have the water sausage. Now we go to the other end of the house. Book. History book. The chair. The fireplace. I like how the fireplace turned out. It was difficult to get something so chunky to fit into such a small space, but I think I managed it with the chair as well. I tried something different to what I did in the original. Doesn't look the best, but doing stuff at like 45-degree angles isn't Minecraft's strong suit. But yeah, I like how the fireplace turned out. It works. Oh, and it also turns out down if I press the button. Ignore that. Anyway, kitchen. Someone left the stove on. Oh well. Another pie. A little frying pans and oven gloves. I didn't know they added shelves to Minecraft. When did they do this? I never noticed it. And then I was like looking through my inventory while building this section. I saw shelves. I was like, whoa. So now we have those. So I was not informed. Oh, I can still turn that. Oh well. Brand name chocolate bar in the fridge. And we go down to the basement and we can meet Toriel, because Toriel's down here. I know I said no NPCs, but I thought I'd add Toriel just because they're so important and special. It's a long ass corridor. It's Toriel! It has a name tag and everything. Hi Toriel. We love Toriel. We can go through the door. And we have another long ass corridor. Ban coded, wasting our time. And we have another epic Flowey. And that's the end of the ruins. But there is one more area I'm yet to show you. So I will go over there and I'll see you in a moment. And here we are. You may have noticed this weird glitchy block. I don't really have a good way to do this section. So you could probably guess what's down there. If not, you're about to find out. So if we pull the switch, we fall down into Undertale Yellow. We love Undertale Yellow. Oh, a little crack in the wall. And we could start moving. I'm going to switch to creative mode because... yeah. But here we are. In Undertale Yellow. We have Flowey telling us stuff. The roof kind of collapsing slightly. It was difficult to design it, but I got something that I think works. Little bits falling down as well. Debris. Very fun. We have the sign in the corner. But that, because I can't really put a crack in the wall in the shape of a number, so signs will do. Have this puzzle. This is the only puzzle down here that works. I tried to make all the others, but you know, it's fine. So this one, it works. It works well enough, but I didn't add spikes at the end. So maybe I'll add them later. We have this corridor, the first delve corridor. Number 4. Through the door. That rhymes. Can save with Flowey. Very long dialogue, but oh well. Lemonade stand. But I'm not a duck, so I'm not going to get any. Corn maze. Shit, someone already pulled the lever down. Ignore that. Candy corn. It's hard to find items that work to represent the ones in Undertale such and such, but I think I did okay. We don't have much to choose from, but it's fine. Anyway, yeah, then that would be pulled down. We can go down. And we can go see the pebble. Go get pebbles. Here we are. Pebbles. And keep going. Debris was hard to make, so I settled for like dripstone and stuff. And some cobwebs and vines around. This is probably the worst room to mention it because it doesn't have any, but well, it has cobwebs, but no vines. The vines have become more prominent. It's fine. So we have leather, where we'd meet Delve again. Now we can go down here. Have more cobwebs, vines, pillars, whatever. Another number. Save again with Flowey. Where we'd fight Decibat, but like I said, no enemy encounters because I'm stupid. We'll save again. He always says you haven't died, but like, there's nothing really to kill you, so whatever. We have this puzzle. This puzzle is inconsistent. I did manage to get the lights to change, but some of them don't work right. Like that one didn't turn on. And so I just kind of gave up on it. It's fine. Maybe I'll fix it later. The corridor. And then I tried to make the little poster on the wall, but like, it was difficult. Maybe I'll just replace it with a painting. But for now, this kind of looks like a brick pattern, I thought, so. We have the cave. It's very dark in here, but you might just about be able to make out buttons. There we go. Come walk around. Feather down here. Corridor here, but it's blocked off, so we can't go down there yet. Number 2, if you can read it. Then we get through. A bit of a jarring teleport here, but the rooms don't line up. 0 out of 10 unplayable game. So yeah, teleport had to do. I made the most of it. Well, here we are. At Delve's house. But before we go there, we have an iron gate, which we can open. Number 1. If I press this, we can go back through and press all the other buttons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which teleports you because the system to check is too far away to render at this point. So we have button 4, and it's the same story with 5, teleports you. And then we're back here, and the door's open, so we can walk through. It's very dark, but yeah, golden pear. No, it's not an apple, it's a pear. Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, back we go. And we're back at Delve's house. The corn in the cobweb. Didn't step on the flowers, oopsies. Corn dog. And the other side of meeting Delve. I don't know if I showed you the door. Like I said, the area doesn't line up exactly, so I had to put a teleport in. It's more obvious than the other one, but yeah, it just takes you back to this room. Now let's go to Delve's house. Can save. Then we go through. And we're in. We have table, cake, cupboard with pops, turnip plant, table, and we have Delve's room here. Another table, same text though. Brush, the broom that was Delve's best friend. Too relatable. Gramophone. Organ. The text in here is a little bit less friendly. Because obviously you have to kill Dalv to be able to get in here. But yeah, then we have his long ass diary. Very long. Books. Chest. It is an oak because there are no different types of oak chest. That's something they should add, but oh well, for now, copper will do. And then we go through the corridor. A broken wooden floor and dust. And we're out. To snowed in. Or what will be snowed in whenever I build the next part. And that's the whole build for now. Oops. Fuck. There we go. The little boards on the door. Anyway, that's about it. So, what now? Oh yeah, maybe I'll just do a little flyover stuff. So if you all want me to do maybe some tutorials about redstone and stuff, like that's the puzzle in the collapsed area, then just let me know and maybe I'll do it if I feel like it. We also have this puzzle which controls the doors. That's where you press the buttons for that. That's the system to check for if you've pressed all 5 buttons. It's a little bit, it looks complicated. Well, it doesn't look complicated, but it's confusing here. But I can do a video explaining that if you want. This is the attempt at doing the 10 light puzzle. It's obviously it's a big mess. Could have done, there's probably a lot easier of a way of doing that I didn't find. Same thing over here. That's the switch. There's the 5 light puzzle. Same kind of thing, but it's a little less complicated, it's more symmetrical, so it's fine. And that's the 3 button puzzle. That's about it. Okay, if you want to help, leave a comment, I'll figure something out. If it gets enough traction, I'll make a server or something for it. But yeah, if you want to help, leave a comment, because I need help, because I have a lot of shit to do. And also a lot of areas that I may not have found yet, that I may have forgotten. Have the ruins. Snowdin, this is what we have planned for Snowdin. Same for Waterfall. Heartland. Core. New Home. Don't know what that's there. New Home. Dunes. Swamp Outs. Steamworks. And the True Lab, which I separated from Heartland, because it looks so big and expansive on its own. And there's probably areas that I've forgotten from fan games or from the main game. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, if you know any more areas or games to reference from, also let me know of those, so I can add them to these lists, which you should be able to pause and read them yourself. If not, I'll go through them again. But yeah, that's about it. That's what we've been working on. Me, XVH, Soulshot, and Frisk. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll be here for the next one. Hopefully it comes out. Hopefully I continue past Snowdin, unlike my original one. But I'll probably need help, because landscaping is not my forte. So you know, good luck to me. Hooray. Okay, bye now. Comment, like, subscribe, etc, etc. If you feel like it. I'm not your boss. Oops. Ignore that. Fuck. We're okay. Crash is averted. So yeah, that's about it. I will see you next time. Whatever video that may be. Bye bye.